Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fairfax High School, just off Rebel Road in Fairfax, Virginia. It's a Saturday in March. We have more basketball for you. It's the 2019 NoVa Challenge presented by DMVstream.com. It's the sixth annual NoVa Challenge. It's an all-star type event, very similar to what you'll see in the NBA, pitting the best of the public school players in Northern Virginia against each other. We have two great games today, and in between, a three-point and dunk contest. I'd like to bring in my partner right now, Andrew Walker. And Andrew, we have a great first game today as Team Fairfax will be taking on Team Loudoun. And as we take a look at some of the rosters here for Team Fairfax, who are some of the players that we need to look out for?
I think we'll get into a little more players for our keys to the game, but Chingun Gambold is one that I look at. He's a great, for Fairfax. Over on the Loudoun side, Ian Anderson, he's going to be just a real difference maker. He's got the size that just not many players in Virginia have. He's just going to be, I think, the biggest difference maker on the Loudoun side.
Yeah, and what's another player for Loudoun you think could be a big player besides Ian Anderson, as you see there, 16 points a game and 7 rebounds, going to CNU next year?
Yeah, and I think Alex Fitch is the other one to look at for Rockridge. I mean, averaging 23 points a game, going to Millersville. I mean, just someone, the guard that can get you the points. I mean, 23 points and 5.5 rebounds a game. That's pretty solid, too. Just a solid all-around player right there.
Yeah, a lot of scorers on Team Loudoun. And we take a look at Team Fairfax. A lot of key players that we've seen a lot this year so far, Andrew. So who are some of the players you'd like to look out for on Team Fairfax?
I mentioned Chingun Gambold real quick for W.T. Woodson. He's a great three-point shooter. And then Cam Savage for South Lakes. He's Barton commit, and this guy, he made it on Ball His Life. He had some big highlight plays this year that got national attention. And you also got Daniel Deaver right here, the first 1,000-point scorer in Marshall history, averaging 22 points a game. I mean, just a lot of talented players on this Fairfax side. But, I mean, Cam Savage, he kind of brings the size to try to counter Ian Anderson, just real physical player.
Yeah, it should be a great battle between those two big guys down low, Daniel Deaver and Ian Anderson, both looking to play college basketball next season. And, folks, we are about 30 seconds from tip, starting lineups and all that stuff, so we will probably have a moment of silence coming up, which we will explain in a second as we are getting ready for the national anthem here at the 2019 NoVa Challenge. Team Fairfax taking on Team Loudoun in Game 1, and it should be just a great day of basketball here at Fairfax High School, as we're really here to see the best of Northern Virginia public schools, public basketball, and something that doesn't maybe get as much love as the football side does, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Fairfax-Loudoun matchup is so interesting because you got such talented schools on both sides, so they pretty much have separate playoffs. So to see them come together and get to play each other is just a really exciting moment.
Yeah, it's a great point there, is they don't usually play each other in the regular season, and so they will now get to play with each other and against each other in this NoVa Challenge. Now we have the starting lineup for Team Loudoun, which is coached by Riverside head coach Mike Kosinski, and they are the 4A Region C champs this year, the Riverside Rams, and state quarterfinal appearance where they lost in the first state quarterfinal to GW Danville. So you see we have starting lineups for Loudoun. Evan Buckley for Stonebridge right there, number 2. He goes out, he's one of the first players, followed by Alex Fitch, number 4 for Rockridge, one of our players to watch for Team Loudoun, followed by another player to watch, number 45, Ian Anderson from Potomac Falls. Number 11 is Schuler Carmon from Broad Run High School. Number 12 is Chandler Tutton from Tuscarora High School, a very good sharpshooter, going to play his college basketball at Guilford next year. And lastly, in the starting 5, number 21, Joe Alexander from Loudoun County High School.
As you look at some of these teams, it's pretty much primarily made up of guys that played in the 5A and 4A brackets, and they'll be going up against primarily 6A guys as they go through the rest of the roster here. You got Damian Harrison, just called up from Potomac Falls, Brett Ashbury from Riverside, Zach Johnson from Wood Grove. Wood Grove was the only real Northern Virginia team to win a state championship in football at the 4A level, and now getting some representation at the basketball level. You had Patrick Smeldy from Broad Run, Dalton Young from John Champ, Robbie Adams from Loudoun Valley right there.
And rounding up Team Loudoun is Mustafa Sene from Heritage High School, the Heritage Pride. Had a very good season this year as well, as they lost to Riverside in the Dulles District playoffs. And now we will have the players from Team Fairfax, and they are coached by Mike O'Brien of McLean High School. They had a very good year this year, making a deep playoff run before losing to Patriot, beat Oakton in the first round of the playoffs, and the first player is his own player, Matthias Prock, a senior from McLean High School, one of the best shooters in the area. Now we have number 5, Cameron Savage from South Lakes High School. Talked a little bit about him earlier, one of our players to watch. He is electrifying on the court, great speed and athleticism. Number 11 now for McLean, Brian Aka. He is another player playing for his coach, Michael Bryan, in this one. First team all-district and first team all-defense. Just a great athlete there for McLean. And big man Cody Maines, number 30 for W.T. Woodson. It's all 6'8" of him. He's going to be playing his basketball at Air Force next season. And rounding out the starting 5, Micah Johnson Perrott, the 5'11" point guard from Oakton.
As now Derek Smith from Chantilly, the next one up as they get into some of the other players on this team. As now John Finney from James Madison High School, as they had a good season in football and now basketball as well. And their rivals really in football this year, Marshall Reed from Westfield. And Westfield, they had a fun basketball team this year. I think didn't quite finish the season the way they wanted, but just a fun team to watch. Is now Daniel Deaver, our other player to watch from Fairfax, from Marshall. He's followed by Ryan Schlaffler, also from Marshall. And Chingun Gambold from W.T. Woodson. I mentioned in the pregame, this guy's a real good shooter, and when he was paired with Cody Maines for W.T. Woodson with the size inside, that was a winning recipe.
Yeah, it really was a tough Woodson team, but it just shows you how good that Patriot District was this year, that Woodson finished 3rd in the Patriot District this year behind South County and Lake Braddock, who we know Lake Braddock made it all the way to a state final.
Yeah, and just 2 really good teams right there, and 2 young teams as well.
Yeah, right now we are having, before today's national anthem, we honor Jack Ferguson. Jack was an all-district player at McLean High School, played in the NoVa Challenge before graduating from McLean in 2015. Jack went on to play at Salisbury University for 3 years in addition to playing basketball at a high level. Jack was an outstanding student, a great teammate, and a friend to many. Jack passed away Sunday after a battle with cancer. Please join us for a moment of silence. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at dmvstream.com, home of the 2019 NoVa Challenge here at Fairfax High School. Should have a great matchup in this first game. Team Loudoun versus Team Fairfax. Just a quick, some interesting tidbits for you before the start of this game. Team Loudoun is in their dark jerseys. Each player is wearing their home and jersey from their original team, which I like. Kind of gives it a all-star NBA all-star game, old school vibe where they used to all wear their old school jerseys. So Team Loudoun will be in dark, Team Fairfax in white. Went over the starters for you earlier, and it looks like we should have a great first game. 4 10-minute quarters instead of the usual 8. So just to give a little bit more time to everybody to see these phenomenal players, these phenomenal all-stars that they are. It looks like we have an interesting tap here as looks like you have Cam Savage, the point guard, going up against Ian Anderson from Potomac Falls to start here, as it is an all-star game. We are going to have some fun today.
So to say, you just want to see the guys have fun, and you mentioned them wearing their school jerseys for the seniors. This is, going to be the last time they wear the school jersey.
And Cam Savage just steals the inbounds or the tip after Ian Anderson gets it, drops it off for a layup, but Marshall Reed misses it, and now Team Loudoun is coming back the other way as Riverside star guard has the ball. Brett Asbury of Riverside, 6'2", 170 point guard. He's going to attack and then put up the floater. Is no good. Rebound by Daniel Deaver of Marshall. Gets it over to Marshall Reed from Westfield. Free ball up from Cam Savage early, and that is good for the South Lakes product. Deep three there as Savage has the first points on the board.
And one of the things I'm interested to watch in this is, will Fairfax play with a quicker pace than Loudoun?
See, Fitch puts up the three there in response. No good, but Schuler Carmon there for the rebound for Broad Run. He's a good player going to Richard Bland Junior College there in Petersburg, Virginia to play his college ball next year.
Just with a quick play, it wasn't just Lake Braddock in Fairfax County that was bringing the pace. I mean, Westfield play with a lot of pace, and a lot of these teams do. Yeah,
Matthias Prock tries to go up top the alley-oop to the athlete, John Finney, the second from Madison, but that is no good. They push it up. Broad Run corner three, Schuler Carmon again, no good. Matthias Prock gets the rebound. A quick outlet to Cam Savage, gets it to Daniel Deaver, who tries to go up for the slam but is denied by Ian Anderson from Potomac Falls. Some great defense there in an all-star game, something you don't see very often from Mr. Anderson. Evan Buckley from Stonebridge going to put up a three, and that's no good. Deaver outlets the rebound to John Finney. Up the court, Euro step, and that's no good either. Quick pace here in this all-star game so far.
You love the quick pace. You can tell the guys are out there just having a good time.
Yeah, it's a turnover for Buckley of Stonebridge. They're going to outlet it, but, yep, Cam Savage does get the outlet. He's going to pull another three. And hit as he's hot to start this game. All 6 points for Cam Savage.
You give Cam Savage an open three, he's going to hit that about 80% of the time, it feels like.
Yep, truly one of the best players in the region. As you see Schuler Carmon for Broad Run trying to make the reverse layup. That's no good. Daniel Deaver clears and will bring it up as you see the big man's handle. He's going to go behind his back for the layup. Fancy play there from Mr. Deaver as all 6'8" of them went down the lane there.
And that's tough to do against Ian Anderson, who's 6'6", and usually Anderson has the height advantage, but not today.
And usually Anderson's very skilled for a big man, too, his ball handling ability, but got a taste of his own medicine there from Daniel Deaver. Nice pass there from Carmon to Brett Asbury from Riverside High School as he gets his first points to the board, 8-4 Fairfax.
And Carmon's really done a great job on the Loudoun County offense, just passing the ball, getting the good movement, and trying to get his guys open looks.
Yep, Finney dishes to a wide-open Daniel Deaver for the layup as he has his fourth point of the game for Team Fairfax. Is a great start to this one. Now Anderson's going to try and come back at Deaver with his move and drive attempt, but that is no good. Gets the on rebound, pops out for three. Anderson corner pocket, no good. Oh, Alex Fitch almost had a tip back slam, but that rims out. Would have been a phenomenal play by that young man. He gets it back again behind the back. Schuler Carmon elbow jumper, no good. And Marshall Reed gathers for Team Fairfax of Westfield High School. He brings it up now. Goes all the way, drops off to Deaver, wasn't quite ready. Kick out to Cam Savage. Pump fakes a three. Oh, now step back three. In and out. Rebound Asbury of Riverside.
And seeing Cam Savage just have some fun with a little bit of time right there. I wouldn't want to be defending him.
Yeah, he is perfect skill set and attitude coming in for this all-star game, really to shine here. And we've talked about him could be one of our players to watch and eking out for an early MVP candidate for Team Fairfax.
I mean, got the first two made buckets for Fairfax, 2 threes to start things off. I'm also really interested in this Ian Anderson-Cody Maines matchup. That's something I've been watching. It's just a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, Anderson's going to go, drive it down all the way, but then misses the jam. Would have been a ferocious play by the big man. And then Deaver outlet on the other end for the easy two. You saw the athleticism there from Anderson. The CNU commit playing D3 ball next year there. Almost put it down on the entire Fairfax team. As a three from Carmon goes up is no good. Asbury battles for the rebound from Riverside. He's going to kick it out to Evan Buckley from Stonebridge. Sharp shooter, and he misses. He's off. Matthias Prock with the rebound outlet to John Finney. Watch out, folks. Up top for the two-handed slam. What an athlete this man is, going to football next year at James Madison University.
If you can play football at the Division I level, that's going to be tough to guard in any sport.
Yep, played a multitude of different positions for the Warhawks this year in their deep run in the playoffs as Deaver runs the floor well, showing good energy for the big guy, and Cam Savage finds him. Deaver is fouled, going up. He'll get 2 free throws.
And then fouls are the only time the clock stops here in this NoVa challenge.
I'm sorry, fouls on the floor. We're going to go inbounds. Go ahead.
But yeah, the only time the clock stops is for fouls.
And we see here they go the alley-oop inbounds to Deaver. Can't quite finish, and Ian Anderson's going to get the ball. And we're going to have a timeout for substitutions, I believe. And we had a clock mount function as well. So we have, there it is, 14-4. Team Fairfax in the lead over Team Loudoun as we are just 5 minutes in to this, our first game, as we have wholesale substitutions from both teams. 5 in, 5 out. A lot of what you see in an all-star game is you want to get everybody a chance to get good opportunities.
Yeah, this isn't about, just having one guy play the entire time. You just want to see what everyone can do, given the time, given the space, to really showcase their skills.
Yep, Tuscarora's Chandler Tutton handling the ball now. He's going to get it out to Woodgrove. Zachary Johnson, he gets the ball at Woodgrove. Zachary Johnson's going to put up the 3, and it is no good. Derek Smith Chantilly, newly in the game for Team Fairfax, with the rebound as he brings it up. Oh, Derek Smith's going to try a deep 3. First shot of the game, and that's going to be short. Rebound for Loudoun. Chandler Tutton pushing the ball. A Tuscarora product. Goes behind the back to Zachary Johnson. Number 20-31, Patrick Smedley. Broad run with a nice jumper as he kisses it off the glass. Beautiful play there from Mr. Smedley.
That's some beautiful Loudoun County basketball right there. Just pass it, find your open look on the perimeter, make your shot.
Yep, Micah Johnson-Perrott for Oakton handling the ball up top. Going to go scoop layup on the drive. An impressive play by that young man. He can really score this year. Andrew, he had 30-plus points multiple times against McLean and Centerville this year.
And you can see how. He just went 1-on-3 and made it look easy.
Tutton's going to pull the deep 3 for Loudoun, and that's going to be off. Another rebound for Mr. Smith at Chantilly. Gets it back to Johnson-Perrott. Just had a nice finish. Gets it over to Derek Smith, top of the key. He's a sharpshooter, folks. You see the respect he's been given out there. Nice cut by Chingun Gambold for the easy layup. Good basketball there from Team Fairfax.
Yeah, and just you can tell that Team Fairfax is going to have the advantage, it looks like, in the paint. Just, will they be getting it there, or will they try to show off some of those NBA threes we've seen taken in this first quarter?
It's a 3 up by John Champs. Dalton Young, and he hits it. The sharpshooter, second team Potomac District. Actually, he's a committed University of Richmond lacrosse product, so basketball, that's his second sport. And you see there, knocks down the 3. Good looking for him.
It's always impressive, the two-sport athletes at this level.
Yeah, and Dalton Young's actually a first state all-team linebacker as well, so he's a 3-sport star there at John Champ. As you see, broad run. That is Patrick Smedley again is going to go up for the layup and get the 18-11 lead now for Team Fairfax. Cuts the lead to 7 for Team Loudoun.
Yeah, Team Loudoun starting to settle into a good rhythm on offense. Just get the ball, quickly find your open look.
Chingun Gambold is going to splash the dribble, the step-in 3, and he's going to be in our three-point contest later, folks. He's one of the best shooters in the area. Me and Andrew both seen him this year. He can really knock it down.
Yeah, and he can really create his own looks. He's got some good moves to get open, and when he's open, he rarely misses.
Patrick Smedley for broad run is off on the corner 3, and looked like that was off Woodgrove's Zach Johnson, so it will be Team Fairfax coming down as Johnson-Perrott of Oakton brings it up for Team Fairfax.
See if Johnson-Perrott keeps it right here himself.
Oh, almost a pretty up and under finish from Mr. Johnson-Perrott. You can tell just the quickness. They just cannot stay in front of him, get into the basket at will.
Yeah, especially in an all-star game. You see him with the ball up at the top of the key. I'd expect him to drive 9 times out of 10.
All right, inbounds the big man, Cody Maines, 6'8". Like you said, a lot of size on this Team Fairfax team with Deaver and Maines. And then you see Derek Smith, deep 3, in and out. Rebound by number 21, Ryan Schaeffler of Marshall High School. And a nice bucket by him, the other Marshall Statesman product, not named Daniel Deaver in this game.
Just a nice job following the rebound right there. Kind of came out. Team Loudoun sleeping on him.
Damon Harrison, athletic wing from Potomac Falls, drives, can't get it to go. Outlet to Johnson-Perrott from Oakton. Euro step and the finish. A nice play by that young man. Like we said, he is a capable scorer, folks, and he's getting out in transition. 17 points a game for the senior from Oakton.
Going to see if they can stop him at all in the interior, because he's been great so far in this game.
Yeah, at 5'11", being able to get to the basket and finish like that's very impressive. Cody Mann's big man gets the rebound. He's going to bring it down himself. Little turnaround jumper, lefty, and it's going to be a little short. Chandler Tutton of Tuscarora with another rebound as he brings it up. Fancy dribbling from Tutton. He's going to get all the way to the rim, try to scoop, and it's going to be out of bounds. Off Fairfax as they poke it away. Going to stay in with Team Loudoun as Brian Aka of McLean comes in for Ryan Schaeffler of Marshall, it looks like. Minute 59, let's go in this quarter, folks. Fairfax up 25-11. Good inbound right there to Dalton Young, one of our favorite players, All-State in football as a linebacker, going to play Division I lacrosse, and second-team All-District in basketball. 3
sports. You're making the All-District, All-State teams. That's an incredible athlete right there.
Cody Mann's down low, go to that jump hook he loves, but misses. But Derek Smith is there for the putback. A lot of size out there for Team Fairfax. Derek Smith's at 6'6", and Cody Main's at 6'8".
Yeah, it's tough to stop when you got 2 guys this tall at the Virginia. Don't see many guys like that.
And a huge block by Smith on the other end as Damon Harrison from Potomac Falls is trying to get to the rim, and he swats that out of bounds and actually swats it off Harrison. So it will be Team Fairfax ball. A great defensive play by Mr. Smith, who played for his father, Jim, at Chantilly this past year.
Hey, see him get the rebound, go down on the other end, pick up the big block, and get possession.
Yeah, just a great play there. You can tell he's a coach's kid, makes all the hustle plays. Johnson Perrot's going to try the deep 3 now after getting a couple baskets going to the rim. He's going to be off. That ball's going to be off Zach Johnson of Woodgrove, so it will stay Team Fairfax as we have wholesale substitutions again. This time for Team Loudoun, we have starters Alex Fitch, Ian Anderson returning. Mustafa Sene is going to stop in. Mustafa Sene, that is, for Heritage for the first time. We also have Robbie Adams of Loudoun Valley checking in for the first time, and number 21, Joe Alexander of Loudoun County making his first action. Cody Mans gets the inbound. He's going to try the corner 3. He can hit that, folks. He can step out and hit the 3. He's going to be missed badly there. Johnson Perrott gets the rebound to to Cody Mans, who was fouled in the back. He will shoot 2.
Now that we got Robbie Adams into the game for Loudoun County, he's one to watch on offense. He's a scrappy player, really good at creating his own looks. It's going to be interesting to see how he fits in against the Fairfax guys, the bigger size than he's used to playing against. But I saw him early in the season. He's real good at just creating his own looks.
Sorry, we're not going to have free throws yet, folks, as we're going to wait till we get into the bonus for that here, as we like to just keep them playing at the All-Star game. And we see the rebound by Team Loudoun by Anderson, outlet to Mr. Alex Finch, who puts it in for Team Loudoun. 27-15, Team Fairfax, under a minute left in this fourth quarter as Oakton's Johnson Perrot's going to dribble. Oh, fancy behind the head pass to Cody Mans, who tries to dunk. And I guess you can count that as a dunk. Do you, Andrew? Do you count that as a dunk?
Yeah, I'd count it as a dunk.
Yeah, I got to give it to him in an All-Star game. As he big man put it down there off straight vertical 2 feet. There's a nice pass there from the Loudoun Valley connection, but they can't quite put it down as Robbie Adams misses the layup. Chingun Gambon the other way for the transition 3. Just misses. An athletic rebound there from Brian Aka of McLean. Splits the double team, but loses the ball as Ian Anderson for Team Loudoun now has it. The long outlet to open Robbie Adams, who taps it to Alex Finch. Nice little tap pass right there. If he was trying to do that, I think he was.
100% intentional. Yeah. It's an all-star game. It's intentional. Everything's on purpose.
Exactly. One of the elite shooters as well, Robbie Adams. See him in the three-point contest coming up. 5 seconds left. Brian Aka from McLean, deep 3. As the quarter winds down, Smith gets the rebound, puts up the floater. Good if it goes. And no, it is just off. As that is going to do it for our first quarter. Team Fairfax up on Team Loudoun 29-17. And Andrew, just first impressions of this first quarter, all-star vibe. How do you think it is? How do you think it's going to pick up, stay the same? What do you think will be held for the next 3 quarters?
I think, if anything, Loudoun County might try to slow it down a little bit. Fairfax, they're not slowing down. They've got the size advantage, and you get numbers going down the court. That's just about impossible to stop. But I love the atmosphere so far. I love all the guys really just out there having a good time, having fun, and that's what it's all about. You saw the little tip by Robbie Anderson. At first I thought he, was going to catch it himself, and saw the player right there open. Just little things like that. That's what makes an all-star game fun, and all the players just really out here having a great time and trying to show off their skill set. I mean, these are guys that have put in hard work all season long, and now it's time to just, relax a little bit and just show off, try to get that highlight reel, 3-point shot or dunk or whatever it may be.
Yeah, we've seen everybody on each team play so far already as well. That's good. Everyone wants to get in, get a lot of minutes in this extended game. 10-minute quarters again, folks, instead of the normal 8 in Virginia High School League. So we're going to have some great plays and some great action here as we're getting ready for the start of our second quarter. And it'll be Loudoun County ball with Robbie Adams of Loudoun Valley inbounding to Mustafa Sene for Heritage as he brings the ball up. Sene is a very good athlete. First team all Dulles District junior and senior years. He gets the ball up to Alex Fitch for a corner three. This is no good, and then rebounded from Marshall Reed of Westfield.
Marshall Reed, he's a great player on the ball, as you saw right there. He can make those moves, create his own space, real good conductor of the offense.
Yep, and now Cam Savage has the ball at the top of the key. Guarded by Adams. Comes around a Matthias Prock pick. Oh, gets it to Prock on the roll. Great play from those two, and then Prock finishes with the easy layup in the lane. Matthias Prock, great player, Andrew, is actually Liberty District Player of the Year for McLean this past season.
And that Liberty District, there's a lot of good players out there, and you saw right there, just able to make a contested layup look easy.
And outlet from Deaver to Finney to Reed, and finishes pretty play there from Team Fairfax. And Marshall Reed actually recently committed to the University of Toronto to play his college basketball, so interesting decision to leave the country to play his college basketball next year.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else that's left the country to play college basketball, but Marshall Reed, if you give him space, you're not stopping him. You give him momentum on a drive, good luck.
Daniel Deaver outlet to John Finney tries for the tomahawk dunk and can't quite finish it as it misses, but Daniel Deaver's there for the cleanup as Team Fairfax extends their lead to 35-17. Alexander thought about the three, put it down, and then misses the corner three. Matthias Prock gets the rebound, and they are running. Team Fairfax is always running so far in this game as he drops it off to Cam Savage for the deep three, and that misses, but Daniel Deaver is there for the putback. You got to love Daniel Deaver. Had a nice box out there in an all-star game, something you don't see very often.
Yeah, just going for all the tough buckets in an all-star game, making Loudoun County work.
And then he goes for the steal, the big man, and almost gets it, but can't quite, and it'll be Loudoun County ball as they are down 37-17. Going to need to step up their defense. I know it's an all-star game, but if they want to win this, they're going to need to step up their defense. Yeah,
they're going to have to try to get back. You give Fairfax room to work. There's Robbie Adams. There's that three-point shooting we've seen all season from him. That was almost an NBA three right there.
Yeah, he's an elite three-point shooter, folks. Watch out for him, the three-point contest in between games. As you see, Cam Savage can't quite get it to go, and then Mustafa Sene is going to push it the other way for Team Loudoun. Gets to the corner to Ian Anderson, corner three, and that is off. Rebound for Marshall Reed. He pushes the ball. He's got players on both sides, but he takes it himself all the way. Can't quite finish. Deaver with the rebound. Takes it from his own teammate, Savage, as he really wants this board. That's his at least third board of this possession. And then can't finish, but Savage gets it back. And then the tough finish. He goes through the contact for the finish. Just an impressive player from Cam Savage.
Cam Savage and Marshall Reed on the court at the same time. That's hard to stop, as both of them just so good at creating space.
And you see a three there from Alex Fitch, the Millersville commit, Division II product. First team all-district and all-region. These past 2 years moved to the Loudoun area after his sophomore season. Deaver can't get that one to go, and it'll be Team Loudoun ball now as Ryan Schaeffler will check in for Marshall Reed.
Seems like one of those rare times Deaver wasn't able to pick up the layup off the rebound. That's just where he's been making his money all game long.
Yeah, a couple threes here in a row for Team Loudoun, one by Robbie Adams and then Alex Fitch as they get a couple threes, and they look to cut into this lead a little bit more as they go up top to Ian Anderson. A great play, great look as Deaver wasn't quite ready for that one. Nice play from Alex Fitch to Ian Anderson, our two players to watch from Team Loudoun.
It's going to take some finesse like that from Team Loudoun to create space against the size advantage that Fairfax has.
Oh, nice drop-off pass from Deaver in the post. Finney couldn't handle it, though. He gets it back out to Gambold. It's to Schaeffler. Go back down to Deaver and then back to Schaeffler on the cut. Oh, I was going to say, you could tell those two have been playing together for a while. Outlet. Robbie Adams throws it up to Ian Anderson, who can't quite finish. That would have been a pretty play from Team Loudoun. And now Team Fairfax going back the other way, and Cam Savage, I mean, he's finishing every time it seems down, folks. He's not missing through contact. I mean, he's just having a great start to this game and just some superior athletes in this Fairfax team so far with him and John Finney.
And Fairfax, Lake Braddock kind of got the press for running with a lot of pace all season long, but pretty much it seemed like every Fairfax County team did exactly what we're seeing here. Just get the ball, quickly go down, get your look, get your bucket, and play defense.
Schuler Carmen for broad run on the drive. We have some big substitutions for Team Loudoun, 5 in, 5 out. 3 is no good. And Schaeffler for Marshall with another rebound. As you see, Chingun Gambone's going to push it here for Woodson. Drop it off to Deaver. Looked like he got fouled on the catch, but no call. It's going to stay Team Fairfax ball.
Then we're having Deaver out there with Gambold. Deaver will create all the space and just try to kick it out to Gambold for the three-pointer.
Inbounds to Finney. Finney deep three. Oh, and knocks it down. Not known for his shooting, more of an athletic get to the rim guard, but he knocked down a deep three there. That was impressive. Now he gets the steal. Going back the other way, this could be something, folks. Oh, and glides in for the layup. He is an impressive athlete, folks. JMU football next year, Harrisburg, Virginia, they are getting a good one.
Yeah, if you can play, as I mentioned earlier, if you can play D1 football, you're going to have success on the basketball court as well.
Schuler Carmen, a nice pull-up jumper there for broad run. An impressive athlete there, like you said, will be playing college basketball next year at a junior college. As Cam Savage pours a deep three, a little bit of a heat check there for the young man from South Lakes as he's been on fire to start this game. Team Loudoun pushes it up. Schuler Carmen, oh, nice bounce pass to Patrick Smedley running the floor. You see those two broad run teammates. They play together a little bit. Great chemistry there on that pass.
Yeah, that's where you see two teammates working together. Didn't even have to look, knew exactly where it was going to be. Got the bucket and said it's going to take finesse to get points in the paint against this team Fairfax.
Yeah, Patrick Smedley, a team captain this past year for broad run. Second team all conference, 11 points a game. Really a do-it-all player for broad run. See here, Brian Aka McLean brings it up, playing for his coach Mike O'Brien, I'm sorry, in this game. Marshall Reed's going to get to the rim with the hesitation. Can't quite put it in. A good move there from Marshall Reed, though. You see Schuler Carmen now pushing for broad run. Great athlete. He's going to push it, kick it to Evan Buckley. Stonebridge mid-range baseline jumper is good from Evan Buckley, who is the co-conference player of the year and the regional player of the year from Stonebridge on Team Loudoun. A very exciting player. Marshall Reed pulls a deep three, and that's no good. And great hustle there from the All-Star game from Patrick Smedley of Broadland. Like we said, really a do-it-all guy for the Spartans, third leading scorer, team captain, and just an all-around glue guy.
Yeah, he's just done a great job for Team Loudoun creating the looks they've been able to get.
Yeah,
it's
great
been
extra
tough.
opportunities. As you see, he's going to pull the trail three now and just off. Rebound is controlled by Johnson Pratt of Oakton. He brings it up. Was looking for Cody Maines, but a little miscommunication there. And like you said, it's their first time playing together, so give them a break, and that goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you saw I'm trying to create some space right there, and sometimes just the communication's not quite there yet.
A deep three from Tutton of Tuscarora is no good. Marshall Reed with the rebound. He's going to push it. Get it over to Derek Smith, back to Reed for a corner three, and that's no good. Rebound from Tutton, who pushes the ball, gets it over to Carmen. Oh, nice cut, and then reverse layup. Oh, but you saw the athleticism there from Carmen, even on the miss. One of going to be the favorites in the dunk contest coming up.
Oh, absolutely. Just, a little bit too fancy on the layup right there, but you can't get too fancy for a dunk contest.
He's coming down again, and this time he's going to just take it straight to the rim, and he's going to get the and one. Foul on Marshall Reed of Westfield, and Schuler Carmen is going to get the and one basket. See, and we are going to shoot a free throw here. We are in the second and fourth quarter. As you see the and one opportunity for Schuler Carmen of Broad Run.
Earns the first free throw of the day.
Yep, first team all-district and second team all-region. 13 points a game, very impressive season so far this year for Schuler Carmen of Broad Run. You see some good defense from him now as he picks up Reed right at half court, something very rare. And you see Cody Mann's going to drive left, loves that left hand. Goes up, can't quite get it to fall for the big man, and a board by Carmen.
And he gets the rebound. So he defends Marshall Reed, gets the rebound after completing the three-point play. That's a heck of a sequence.
And then that is Tutton's going to shoot the three for Tuscarora, and that is no good. But Carmen gets the rebound, going to the rim, and then finishes through the Cody Mann's contact. A great game here, really putting on for Team Loudoun.
He's really, he's had enough of us talking about Team Fairfax. Going to take it over almost all by himself.
Yeah, Schuler Carmen, the outstanding performer so far for Team Loudoun, for sure, as Johnson Prop pulls a deep three. That doesn't go. Derek Smith with the rebound to Chantilly. Up and under move. And gets it to go in with some English. An impressive layup and up and under from Mr. Smith. Now Team Loudoun pushes the other way. Back out to Schuler Carmen. He's going to pull a three there. A bit of a heat check for Mr. Carmen. And Team Fairfax running the other way with Derek Smith. He's going to put up the three after just making the layup. No good. Marshall Reed bats around the rebound but can't quite get it. Evan Buckley of Stonebridge has it, and he's going all the way. And he can't finish either. Oh, Brett Osbury of Riverside, with the three, and he can't quite get it to go. Derek Smith, Chantilly, Team Fairfax with the rebound, gets to Brian Aka of McLean. He pushes and drops it off to Cody Maines, who throws down the big two-handed slam.
No doubt about that one. That is clearly a dunk.
Yep, 6'8", and got his feet set on that one and used every bit of his power on that one. First team All-Patriot District and going to be playing his college basketball next year at Air Force Academy in the Mountain West. So a good Division I recruit here in the NoVa Challenge.
And you're seeing a little bit why Air Force was interested right there. Just been creating space. Not surprised he was able to get the two-handed dunk right there.
Yeah, an impressive player for Coach Doug Craig at Woodson. Really developed him into an all-around big guy, can shoot the ball, shoot free throws, and really just handles himself very well on both ends of the court, as you see, going to Air Force Academy next year. See Team Loudoun now trying to mount a bit of a comeback, still down quite a bit, but Damian Harrison from Potomac Falls moves it in, and then out to the sharpshooter, John Champ. Dalton Young for three from John Champ High School as he knocks it down, his second three of the game. And like he said, he's going to be in the three-point contest, so watch out for him. And Matthias Prock as well, but he can't get that three to go. And now he's going to be pushed by Potomac Falls' Damian Harrison.
It's a nice rebound by Harrison right there.
Good ball movement from Team Loudoun. Another three, but this one is short, uncharacteristic of Mr. Young on that one. You see Deaver try to push the ball and get fancy. Gets it stolen by Dalton Young of John Champ, who takes it in, kicks it out to Damian Harrison, who has the pretty fall away, but can't quite get it to go as it looked online.
Gotta love the hustle from Young. Miss your shot, no big deal. Go get the steal.
Matthias Prock cross court for the open three to Micah Johnson-Perrott. Can't quite get it to go. And then Dalton Young gets the rebound as he pushes for Team Loudoun. A nice bounce pass to Joe Alexander, who dishes again. Oh, great ball movement, and ends with Robbie Adams for the bucket.
Best passing we've seen all day right there.
Yep, an assist to Damian Harrison of Potomac Falls. I'm sorry, nice assist there to Robbie Adams of Loudoun Valley. We have 8 seconds left in our first half. Cameron Savage calls away the pick. He's taking Dalton Young one-on-one. Ooh, tough step back, pump fake, misses the jumper. Great D there by Mr. Young, as you see why he was a first-team Virginia 5A state linebacker as well. So that's going to do it for our halftime here. In the first half, we have Team Fairfax up 50-41 on Team Loudoun. There's a good comeback there from Team Loudoun in the second half to cut that to a 9-point game. And Andrew, as we take a look, really talk about this first half, what do you think really was the biggest key to this first half? Obviously a great start by Team Fairfax, but what do you think was the biggest key for Loudoun to get really back into this game?
I mean, I think it was just starting to work as a team, work together. You saw some of the passing there and a little bit better defense, getting comfortable playing with the size of Fairfax, but really the teamwork, knowing where each other's going to be, using that passing to let your shooters get the open looks.
Yeah, so when we talk about Broad Run, we have to talk about really the best player in that first half, I thought, for Broad Run, which was Schuler Carmen, for Team Loudoun. He plays for Broad Run. Sorry, first team All-District, second team All-Region. Very athletic player, and was really doing it on both ends for Team Loudoun to get them back in that game.
Yeah, you saw him do his best Cam Savage impersonation from earlier on, where he just kind of took over the game, made a bunch of shots, and really, just made the game his own. We saw Cam Savage be the first one to really take over in this game in the first quarter. It's really Carmen when Team Loudoun started to push that comeback.
Yep, and it is going to do it for the first half. Team Fairfax up 50-41 on Team Loudoun in the first half. Great game so far, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the second half on dmvstream.com.
This content is brought to you by Dental Associates. For more than 39 years, Dr. Stephen Price has been practicing dentistry in Northern Virginia. A member of the American Dental Association, the Northern Virginia Dental Society, and the Virginia Dental Society, Price is considered an expert in Invisalign and continues to be an award-winning innovator in the industry.
Welcome to Turney Field in Sparks, Maryland. USA Fall Classic tonight. Perfect night for lacrosse. For the U.S. national team taking on the defending national champion Maryland Terrapins. Scott Jackson and Matt DeSilva here with you, and we're going to hear from Alex Littlehales, our sideline reporter here in a while. But Matt, talent on Team USA. Matt, you think you have this play stopped?
And that's probably the best the U.S. offense has looked so far. Slick move by Walters, brings up the pipe, and check out the redirect by Schreiber off that rebound. I mean, that ball was not in Schreiber's second for but half a second. Moves it right to Pinnell. Pinnell sticks it. Bing, bang, boom, tic-tac-toe. 5-1.
Really pretty.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 2019 NoVa Challenge here on DMVstream.com. We had an exciting first half. Team Fairfax up 50-41 on Team Loudoun as we get set to go in our second half live action right here as we see a deep Daniel Deaver three for the big man and knocks it down. That was from the volleyball line, Andrew.
Not only getting points in the paint, but NBA threes.
I mean, just an outstanding play from the big man as Zach Johnson for Woodgrove gets it back on the other end. Some inside information on Daniel Deaver. His college choices are down to 2 VMI as a walk-on, or he's going to do a post-grad year at Fork Union. You see Deaver's going to try it again, in and out. And then a nice tip-in from Micah Johnson-Perrott. Is a little bit of a switch there. The big man Deaver taking the three, and the little man Johnson-Perrott getting the offensive rebound.
Gotta love it, though.
Miss there for Team Loudoun. Johnson-Perrott's going to get the rebound. Push it. Euro step. And finishes. A nice play by that young man as he's been getting to the rim all game so far.
That was good defense by Loudoun County, but didn't matter. Johnson-Perrott able to make the shot anyway.
Damian Harrison now, Potomac Falls handling. Gets caught in the trap, and it's going to be knocked away, but it will stay Team Loudoun possession. Back on Daniel Deaver. We have sources saying that he will go to VMI as a walk-on next year or a post-grad year at Fork Union to finish up on that as you see him commit the foul on Dalton Young. Just an outstanding player, 6'8", district player of the year in the national district and regional player of the year. So just a great player there to go through Marshall, first 1,000-point scorer. Kudos there to our source, Mark LeDuc, former DMV Stream employee on that one.
Mark Scoops LeDuc.
As the first free throw is off for John Champ's Dalton Young, who is a player who's played really well in this game so far and a player both of us really like.
Yeah, he's made a couple big threes, had that steal right after a missed three, which you just got to love to see in an all-star game.
Can't get either one to go, though, as Daniel Deaver gets the rebound and is going to push it as he is showing off all the skills today, folks, bringing it up the floor. He's already hit a couple deep threes for Team Fairfax. Savage, though, with the turnover, trying to feed Deaver. Dalton Young pushing for John Champ. He's going to stop on a dime, elbow jumper, and that is off. Deaver tracks down the rebound for Team Fairfax. Deaver bringing it up again, crosses over on Dalton Young and goes in for the bucket. Oh, can't quite finish. Would have been impressive ball handling and footwork from the big man. Zach Johnson Woodgrove brings it up. He's trapped, gets it over to Damian Harrison. Potomac Falls to the corner. Robbie Adams, Loudoun Valley, and that is off. Deaver with the rebound. Quick outlet to Cam Savage, who finishes again in transition.
I mean, the Deaver-Savage combination, just how do you stop it? Deaver just dominant in the paint, which gives Cam Savage room to work and just show off everything he can do. I wouldn't want to be playing defense right now.
Yeah, I mean, Cam Savage, just one of the premier athletes in the Northern Virginia area. I mean, you saw him blow up earlier this season. What was it, the first game of the year? He had the sensational play where he jumped over a player trying to take a charge. It was on ball his life, overtime, all over. I mean, you just saw then how athletic this guy is.
And when you got a guy like Deaver to give him space to work, I don't know how you defend it.
Yeah, great year for South Lakes as well, led by Mr. Savage. Got all the way to the state quarterfinals before losing to Lake Braddock. There's a good pass there from Savage as well as he shows off his passing ability to a cutting Matthias Prock with the nice reverse lay-in, and we'll have a timeout for some substitutions right now.
All right, this is what Loudoun County wanted to see. You know, just you can only play so many minutes with Deaver and Savage out there. I mean, they've been, I'd say, the two most dominant players so far today.
Yep, and Team Loudoun had that lead down to 11, but now it is back up to 18 for Team Fairfax as Alex Fitch is going to try a three from Rockridge. That's no good. Rebound, though, to Mustafa Sene from Heritage. His three is no good. Another rebound from Brett Asbury of Riverside. That is 2 rebounds on this possession by the 6'2", 170-pound guard. 2 offensive rebounds going in there, fight for his team. He said, if I can't get the ball, I'm going to go get it myself.
Yeah, and he's been someone that I've been watching all game long, just really setting everything up. He hasn't made the big buckets yet, but a lot of the three-point you've seen made by Loudoun County have been set up by Asbury.
Yep, first team all-district and region this year. Led Riverside to the 4A, or 4A state or Region C title and a state berth, and he's playing for his coach, Mike Kaczynski, in this game, so looking good there for Mr. Asbury. So they're going to push it up ahead, and Matthias Brock finds Cody Maines running the floor for the nice reverse dunk. You see the athleticism from the 6'8" Air Force product. Nice drive there from Harrison. He kicks it out to Asbury for the three, which is no good. Finney gets the board. A quick push to Savage. Stops and then tries to feed Maines again, but they played that one too good, and Savage probably should have took it up himself, and he knows it as we get some substitutions here from Team Fairfax as Savage will come out, and Brian Aka of McLean will come in to join his teammate Matthias Prock. Schuler Carmen back in the game for Broad Run, one of the lone bright spots for Team Loudoun in that first half. Really got his game going as he handles the ball here. Nice step back jumper, a little strong. Finney taps the rebound around to Marshall's Ryan Schaeffler, who gathers and gets it back to Finney. Finney pushing, showing off his ball handling ability. Gets it down low to Cody Maines. Jab step. Oh, looked like he got hacked on that jumper. No call as Alex Fitch is going to get the rebound. He's going to push it up to Damian Harrison of Potomac Falls. He's going to go in and out. Oh, nice in and out hesitation dribble from Mr. Harrison. He gets baseline for the nice jumper. Very athletic wing, Damian Harrison, Potomac Falls.
And little plays like that is how Potomac Falls only lost 1 game.
Oh, wow. And no one got back for Team Loudoun on that one. And Cody Maines almost brought the rim down here at Fairfax High School.
I should say just 1 game all season for Potomac Falls, but that's that Team Fairfax advantage, being able to get those big dunks.
I mean, he tried to bring the rim down with that one. 2-handed, huge dunk there for Cody Maines. Going to be a great player in the Mountain West for years to come. See Finney's going to pull a three now, in and out for the young man. Good-looking shot for Mr. Finney. I mean, just a great player, basketball and football. Led Madison to the regional championship versus Westfield. You were at that game covering that for us. Had another deep run last year for Madison in basketball, where they made it all the way to a regional playoff appearance. Just a dynamic athlete that you don't really see that often at Madison High School.
Yeah, and I think he was one of the big reasons that Madison on the football side was able to have the season they did. I mean, they almost beat Westfield in the regular season, really surprised a lot of people with how deep they went in the playoffs, and, you know, just had that game in the pouring rain. Weird things happened there. And, you know, even there they gave Westfield just about all they could handle.
Yeah, as you see Alex Fish for Rockridge go up for the mid-range jumper, he's off. I saw Finney play Centerville this year in a playoff game, that game before Westfield, and he single-handedly won that game for him, scoring a receiving and a rushing touchdown. I mean, just really did it all for the Warhawks on the gridiron this past year. So we get back to the action with Brett Asbury of Riverside bringing it up, and it had to be a 10-second violation, but the refs aren't looking for that in this All-Star game, and he finds Alex Fitch for Rockridge for his knocks down the three. That's his second three of the game, folks. One of the best players for Team Loudoun, and then Cody Maines again with a big dunk. Someone on Team Loudoun is going to have to stay back. This big man is running the floor, and they are rewarding him as he is making a highlight reel just from this one game, it seems like.
I mean, just the beautiful passing to set that up. No-look pass finds him perfectly for the dunk.
And they see Damon Harrison on the other end. This time Team Fairfax didn't get back as Harrison for Team Loudoun gets an easy layup. See Marshall Ryan gets it over to Brian Aka. The McLean product hits the three for Team Fairfax and lets everybody know how much that jumper was worth as he knocks it down. An exciting athletic player for McLean, all district and first team all defenses. Shooting isn't even his best strength in basketball.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times. A couple of, you know, maybe big men taking threes, defensive players taking threes. That's the fun of these all-star games right here. You give guys a chance to maybe show off sides of their game that you don't see during the season.
Yep, great exposure for all these young men, all seniors looking to play basketball or some sport at the next level. As you see, Schuler Carmen keeps it going in the second half for Team Loudoun as the broad run Spartan knocks down a mid-range jumper, and he cuts that Team Fairfax lead to 17. And now Savage back on the other end and just too quick right around his fender, but couldn't finish that time. A rarity for Mr. Savage not being able to finish around the rim.
It usually doesn't matter how many defenders Savage has. You give him a layup, he's going to make it.
Yep, and you see some nice ball handling from Mr. Harrison to split the double team. He finds Alex Fitch for open three and knocks it down. He's starting to heat up. That's back-to-back threes for the Millersville commit. Division II product will be playing there next year. Conference Player of the Year out there for Rock Ridge. Just a phenomenal player, 6'4", and DMV Stream alumni Gabriel Kerr from West Springfield is also playing at Millersville University, so they're doing a good job of down here getting around the Northern Virginia talent up there in Pennsylvania.
And if you can get for Loudoun County, Fitch to stay hot and Carmen just keep doing what he's doing, that'll be how they maybe start to come back against Fairfax.
Yeah, but you see offensive rebound put back for Ryan Schaeffler of Marshall. You see there Mr. Fitch, 23 points a game, Millersville commit. I mean, didn't move to the Loudoun area to his junior year, and then all he does is becoming a 1,000-point scorer and first-team all-region both years. You see Ian Anderson with a nice move there.
Yeah, Ian Anderson, he's someone that it's been real fun to watch him against the Fairfax big men as well.
Brian Aka, corner three. That's off. You see Anderson for Potomac Falls get the rebound. Really the lone post player for Team Loudoun is Ian Anderson, 6'6", Potomac Falls. You see a nice drive there from Adam. Great ball movement from Team Loudoun, who sets up Joe Alexander for the three, but that is off. Chingu Gambo with the rebound, pushes for Woodson. Kick out, Johnson Perrott. A nice drive and finish for the young man from Oakton. 5'11", has it in double figures for Team Fairfax.
Can't give Johnson Perrott that much room to work.
Yeah, if he's too quick, going to go right by you with that first step. Him and Savage, two of the quickest guards in the Northern Virginia area. Savage from Johnson Perrott, going down low now, showing off his post game, kicks it back to Johnson Perrott as they go give and go. Out to Schaeffler from Marshall, and he nails the three. That is one of his best strengths, folks. He is a knockdown shooter, 12 points a game from Marshall, first team all-district and first team all-defensive team. He really uses his length well at 6'5".
Now you're really starting to see Team Fairfax getting a rhythm with each other, starting to make some of those trickier passes.
Nice move from Anderson there as he comes right back at Schaeffler. He's a nice crossover and gets to the rim and finishes with that right hand. Just a real dynamic player, Mr. Ian Anderson, 6'6". I know you saw him play personally, and he did a lot of stuff like that, right? Bringing the ball up, handling it, even in regular games, not just all-star format.
Yeah, he's a much better ball handler than your typical 6'6" guy, and it's been so much fun to watch him go up against where he's at the size disadvantage. He almost always during the regular season was the bigger guy, and it's just been fun to watch him adapt to playing guys that are a couple inches taller than him.
Yeah, Derek Smith, deep three for Chantilly and knocks it down. And I know you're going to like this. Team Fairfax going with their big lineup. They have Deaver and Cody Maines in the game right now. First time we've seen that. It's going to be tough to see how Team Loudoun adjusts to all that size.
Yeah, this is going to be fun to watch right here as the size is going to be too much.
And then Maines gets his hand on the board, or hand on the pass with his length. Deaver pushes it, throws the lob to the big man, and that was about 20 feet too high. You see maybe too much big man skill there from those two as they're having a lot of fun, it looks like, Maines and Deaver.
If they pulled that off, that would be on Sports Center. You saw that setting up, and they're just thinking, no way. If they do this, this is going places.
There's a fun matchup here. We got Cody Maines trying to guard Ian Anderson up top, two 6'6" products, both playing collegiate basketball next year. Anderson, nice spin move, kick out to Patrick Smedley of Broad Run, but he can't find the bottom of the net. Marshall Reed pushes. Oh, a nice fake pass to Derek Smith and puts the, wow. We have to see a replay on that one to see what he did there. It was a nice fake pass and then got the floater to go.
Yeah.
Anderson will try a deep three. That's no good, but Smedley for Broad Run. Oh, the tip-in's not good either. Robbie Adams goes behind the back to Aid Anderson, but Deaver read that one. And now Deaver pushing, throws the alley-oop to Maines. Oh, that was the chance for the big man alley-oop connection, but the pass was a little off, and Maines just had to come down and dunk it. Now they're going the other way. Oh, up top to Ian Anderson for the big jam. A beautiful pass from Joe Alexander of Loudoun County as he finds the high-flying Ian Anderson for the two-handed alley-oop slam.
Yeah, they've had enough of watching the Fairfax big men try to set that up. Loudoun County says, all right, we'll just go do it on our own.
Yeah, and you've seen the supreme athletic ability of Ian Anderson. Almost threw down a massive one-handed dunk in the first half. Throws down the two-handed alley-oop dunk there. I mean, just supreme athleticism, and we've seen the skill as well, bringing the ball up.
Yeah, and that's what separates him. He gets the big man, your typical big man dunks and things, but he also has the spin move to set up an open three. It's the spin move, the things like that really set him apart, in my mind, from your typical generic big man. He's just a much better ball handler than you'd expect.
Yep, three-time first-team all-conference, two-time first-team all-region. Just a really great commitment and a recruit there for CNU. Christopher Newport, Division III, just a great commitment there to go get this kid out of Northern Virginia. And he's going to be one of the favorites in the dunk contest coming up, I would presume, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he's going to make some noise at CNU. He just looks like a guy that's going to find a way to make his game work at the next level.
Yep. As you see Team Loudoun bring it up after a missed free throw from Deaver. That is a deep three from Chandler Tutton of Tuscarora, and he gets it to go. Blows a kiss to the crowd, as that was a deep three from the Tuscarora product. And he's going to Guilford next year, play Division III basketball in the ODAC. And now Derek Smith's going to go down low, as there's just so much size on this Fairfax team, as he goes down low and gets a post-up bucket. Oh, another three for Chandler. Tutton, Tuscarora, and that one was a little bit contested and way off. You see Deaver with the rebound, is going to push it. Oh, and go all the way down the lane with the slam. One hand. I mean, someone's got to stop ball, but I wouldn't want to get in front of that either. Would you, Andrew?
Yeah, no, I'd be. Also, just couldn't defend that. Sorry. I mean, that's what Deaver's been looking to do all game. Finally pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, take a charge in an all-star game like that, that would be impressive. But, I mean, Daniel Deaver throws it down after bringing it full length of the court. What a play by the Regional Player of the Year and the first 1,000-point scorer in Marshall High School history. And then you see more of Anderson's versatility for Team Loudoun as he steps out and hits the deep three over 6'8" Cody Maines. Just impressive play from these big men. I'm loving watching these post players go at it in all different levels of the game.
And just having Anderson as a big man to counter Cody Maines, Daniel Deavers, is just gave it a little bit of a different atmosphere.
They try the lob to Deaver now. Can't quite finish. Joe Alexander on the fast break. Oh, he was trying to throw it down with one hand, and John Finney said, not today. Oh, man.
Defense in an all-star game.
Met at the rim. I mean, they were both above the rim, and he sent that one. What a play by John Finney. As they missed now Cody Maines is running and bringing it up. He dishes it to Derek Smith. Back to Maines. Oh, and dunks it through some contact, it looked like. That could have been an and one. 7 seconds left. Cody Maines throws it down. Almost broke the rim. 3 seconds now. Anderson, top of the key three. Good look. And cannot get it to go, as that will do it at the end of the third quarter. We have Team Fairfax up 91-68 on Team Loudoun. And Andrew, that was an exciting quarter right there. Cody Maines throwing it down. Daniel Deaver, a huge dunk, and then John Finney with the massive rejection. Defense in an all-star game, we can't ask for much more, can we?
No, you can't. And just you've seen these Fairfax big men finally completely settle into a groove with all their teammates, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. I'm glad I'm not on Loudoun County trying to defend that. I mean, it's hard enough to defend in the regular season. I don't know if I'm taking a charge in an all-star game. But, I mean, you've also seen Loudoun County start to get some great passing plays. I mean, Ian Anderson with the three. He had the big alley-oop dunk. It's just both teams starting to settle into a groove, and it should be a great fourth quarter right here.
Yeah, we really see big guys dominating that corner. Ian Anderson, Team Loudoun. Daniel Deaver, Cody Maines, Team Fairfax. You think we'll see that in the fourth quarter continue, or we know how basketball is today? You think the guards are finally going to get involved here and really start bringing the show to the fourth quarter? Because most all-star games, they're a guard show.
Yeah, I think we'll start to see maybe Marshall Reed, Johnson Perrott for Fairfax, with the big men creating some space for them. You let them drive. It's going to be a lot of fun to see maybe some nice spin moves to the bucket, just see what they can do. But I think they are going to get the space to work here in this fourth quarter.
Yep, and just want to give a quick shout out that all proceeds from today's game at the NoVa Challenge presented by DMV Stream will be going to Best Buddies. All ticket sales, proceeds, and stuff, so a great cause here in Northern Virginia, like it is every year. All proceeds go to the Best Buddies organization. And we will keep going here as we are about to start the fourth quarter. Looks like we got a half-court contest, so we will go to a quick commercial break here at dmvstream.com. We will be back for the fourth quarter of the NoVa 2019 NoVa Challenge here at Fairfax High School. Don't go away.
This content is brought to you by Dental Associates. For more than 39 years, Dr. Stephen Price has been practicing dentistry in Northern Virginia. A member of the American Dental Association, the Northern Virginia Dental Society, and the Virginia Dental Society, Price is considered an expert in Invisalign and continues to be an award-winning innovator in the industry. DMVstream.com, the Mid-Atlantic's leader in sports video, broadcasting, and live streaming. Contact us today to learn more about our services and streaming packages. Visit us on the web at dmvstream.com. That's dmvstream.com. At dmvstream.com, we're working hard in our HD production studio to continue to bring our viewers a continuous flow of new and fresh content. Our studio material includes shows, analysis, recaps, previews, highlights, interviews, and commentary, all about your favorite DMV sports, including high school, colleges, and pro teams. Commercial space and inventory is available for sponsorship and businesses. Learn more about how to join our network of partners at dmvstream.com. That's dmvstream.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2019 NoVa Challenge here at Fairfax High School. We are in between third and fourth quarter of our first game of the day. Team Fairfax taking on Team Loudoun. And right now we have a half-court shooting competition with all proceeds going to Best Buddies of Fairfax High School. And you see the score there, wrong teams, but we have the correct score. It is Team Fairfax 91 and Team Loudoun County 68. A great first matchup, really up and down, high-flying dunks, deep threes, just great play from really everybody on the court. And Andrew, as we go into this fourth period, we've seen a lot of dominant performances from these big guys, but who are some of the guards that you think are due to pop out here for either Team Fairfax or Team Loudoun?
I'm expecting big things from Marshall Reed here in this game. We've seen a lot from Johnson Perrott so far for Team Fairfax. I think he's going to keep doing what he's doing. But Marshall Reed, I think he's going to have a couple big drives to the bucket. I think we're going to see some nice moves from him. Maybe see him get a couple buckets. He's one I'm looking at for Team Fairfax.
Yep, and another one that we're going to look at for Team Loudoun is Evan Buckley of Stonebridge. Really exciting player this year, Conference Player of the Year and Regional Player of the Year. I was really excited to see him play in this game. Haven't seen him play this year. He has Division I offers from Townsend, George Mason, Bucknell, James Madison, Delaware, New Hampshire, American, Duquesne, Youngstown State, and a couple Ivy League schools. Really looking forward to seeing him play. We didn't see him get going there in that first half. Didn't really get a lot of opportunities, not a lot of shots. And by the way, he's all-time leading scorer and assists at Stonebridge High School. We know it's a football school, but still an impressive feat for Mr. Buckley. Looking forward to see him play in the second half. Or the fourth quarter, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think in this quarter right here, they're going to try to get him going, get him a couple nice plays for his highlight reel, and he actually doesn't have to worry about getting noticed if he already has all those offers. So
yeah,
that's a lot to pick from.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Buckley ends up. I've seen him compared to a lot to Jason Gibson of Sidwell Friends, who we've both seen, very crafty shooting guards. And he's just, I'd really like to see him try to get going because Team Loudoun, their strength is, I feel like, is they're the top of their team. They have three really legit scorers on their team, and that is Alex Fish from Rockridge, Ian Anderson, Potomac Falls, and Evan Buckley of Stonebridge. They're down quite a bit here. I think they're going to need one of these guys to get hot if they're going to try and come back in this game. What say you about Loudoun County facing this type of deficit?
Yeah, I think they're going to have to make the open threes they get, and just like you were saying, they need all three of their big scorers to have the best quarter maybe of their season.
Yeah, and Schuler Carmen, didn't mention him, but we should have. He's been the best player for Team Loudoun so far, and he gets it going, knocks down a deep three pull-up, and cuts this lead to 20 for Team Fairfax as our fourth quarter is underway.
It's a good start for Team Loudoun. Made the open three like they needed to do.
And then they almost forced a turnover here, but it's going to stay Fairfax ball. See a great look there at Southlake star guard Cameron Savage. Inbounds the ball to Matthias Prock. He's going to drive baseline. Oh, and the rejection from the guard. Dalton Young comes over playing some help side defense. Impressive play. Buckley pushes, and a nice drop off to Mustafa Sene of Heritage, who lays it in for two, and a quick 5-0 run to start this quarter for Team Loudoun. Johnson Perrott brings it up. Oh, behind the back, nice dribble. Now fakes, turnaround jumper, and left it a little short. Great move, though, from Johnson Perrott. Just couldn't quite finish. Sene pushes of Heritage to Schuler Carmen, the hot shooter. Oh, in and out on the three. It's a tough as he was really hot coming into this fourth quarter.
Thought he had that one right there.
I thought so, too, Andrew. As you see the McLean Products team up for the rebound. Prock brings it up. Fakes the pass to his teammate Aka and then hits the three off the dribble. Impressive play from Liberty District Player of the Year.
Yeah, great move on the fake right there to create enough space to get the open look.
Yeah, he can really fill it up when he wants to. 29 points in their win over Oakton. You see Buckley misses a 3 for Stonebridge. Just can't quite get going. The 6-foot guard out of Ashburn, Virginia, Stonebridge High School misses the 3 there. Guarding Cam Savage now on the other end. Savage, spin move, fall away. Left that one a little short as well for South Lakes as Dalton Young pushes for Team Loudoun. Oh, and drops it off for Mustafa Sene, but he can't quite corral it. Johnson Perrott up in the end for Oakton. He goes up for the layup, and he can't finish. Good contest from Dalton Young, still playing defense hard in an all-star game, 4th quarter. Love to see it. Matthias Prock now steps back for the 3. Oh, almost banked it from the corner. And then Brian Aka from McLean's going to step into one. And just the 3rd offensive rebound of this possession for Team Fairfax. And eventually one's going to go, and who else? Cam Savage knocks down a deep one.
Yeah, you can't give Team Fairfax that many looks, or as you said, they're going to hit one.
Yeah, and both teams have their small lineups in right now, Andrew. We see none of the big guys we were raving about in that 3rd quarter. I guess they're getting a little bit of a break.
Yeah, I guess they had their highlight reel moments. Now it's time for the smaller guys.
Yeah, you see Cameron Savage gets away and is going to finish the layup in transition. Thought he might try to throw that one down, but goes for the pretty reverse lefty layup. There's Buckley, a nice pull-up, but that leaves that a little bit short as he's having a hard time finding his shot in this game so far. Schuler Carmen for broad run. That's who they want shooting, but he can't quite get it to go down. But a nice athletic save from Carmen. Gets it to Buckley. Buckley attacks, and it is knocked away. Krause's the loose ball, though. Team Loudoun still on the offensive end looking to attack. Gets it back out to Buckley. Buckley, fall-away jumper and nails it. There you go. As you see the ability there from Evan Buckley, why he has those offers, the quick steps and the quick elevation on the nice pull-up jumper. But then Matthias Prock splits the defenders with the pretty dribbling display. What a play by that young man. Is he can score at all 3 levels, folks. 29 points on a win over Oakton, 1,000 career score. Can hit from all range and has D3 interests in the ODAC conference. RM's Randolph-Macon and Bridgewater showing interest in the McLean product, Matthias Prock.
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much anyone on this court I've looked at, and if you're a D3 school, these are the type of guys you should be able to get because there's a lot of talent right here and a lot of guys that even in an all-star game, we've seen them play defense, go for the steals, things like that. That's going to help you translate to the next level if you're looking for guys to, maybe compete, try to make the D3 tournament and further.
Yeah, 28 points versus Oakton, 27 versus Herndon, 26 points versus Westfield, so far this year for Matthias Prock. I mean, team MVP, first team all-region, just a really good scorer, can light it up from all 3 levels. And playing for your coach, Mike O'Brien, right now certainly helps. A little bit more comfortability, knows the stuff they're running, if they are running anything really, and just really feels comfortable playing for his own head coach, and it showed so far today.
Yeah, it definitely just Fairfax, I think, got into that groove as a team a little bit quicker than Loudoun. I mean, Loudoun started to make a comeback, and that's when Fairfax really started to hit just the no-look passes, really starting to look like a team instead of just a bunch of really talented individuals. And since then, it's just been, Loudoun's had their moments, but then Fairfax, it seems like, always finds a way to respond.
Yep, they had the lead down to 11 at one point, and now it is back up to 16 as Buckley brings it down and has a nice pick and roll with Ian Anderson, but he can't finish. Gets the rebound, though. Misses another bunny for Anderson. Unlike him, but it will stay Team Loudoun ball.
And Mustafa Sene is a guy that I've really noticed in this 4th quarter start to find a rhythm. He had a couple of buckets early on. He's been doing a nice job competing for rebounds, trying to create space. I've really liked what I've seen from him in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Just seems like he's always around the ball, offensive and defensive end, as they run the alley-oop to him off the inbounds, controls it, and then finds a streaking Brett Asbury for a layup. Good give and go there from Mr. Sene and Mr. Asbury. Cam Savage wastes no time, though, bringing it back up the court, and then finds a nice cut from Brian Aka. These McLean players, Prock and Aka, they're so smart, such great basketball IQ. The alley-oop to Sene on the other end, can't finish, but Buckley hustles down and cleans it up for the layup. His team Loudoun is still playing hard, at least on the offensive end.
And Buckley's done a nice job on defense and getting those layups, things like that. Maybe his shots aren't falling, but still competing.
Yep, nice finish there from Chingu Gambold as he goes to that strong left hand of his. When he goes left, he's very hard to stop. And then, Schuler Carmen, you saw him lining that one up, showing his athleticism, giving you a little bit of sneak peek of what we'll see in our dunk contest coming up after this game. Wise decision there from Mr. Aka to get out of the way.
Yeah, as Carmen's really been in the zone all game long, got himself a dunk.
Oh, and Mustafa Sene tried to show off his athleticism, get all the way to him for a dunk, but it rattles out as he tried to throw it down with one hand. Anderson picks off the outlet pass, gets it back for Team Loudoun, Gives it to Buckley for a step back three. Can't quite finish. Buckley gets the rebound and finds Anderson for a gimme layup, and we will have some substitutions. We are about halfway through our fourth quarter of our first game here at the DMV Stream NoVa Challenge.
And you got to love what you've seen from Buckley in this quarter. You know, it's got to be a little bit frustrating that his shots aren't falling for him, but he goes, gets his own rebound, creates a look for Anderson. He's been playing solid defense all game long. You got to love, even in an all-star game, finding other ways to help out the team.
Yeah, just a phenomenal player. DC Premier AAU team as well, so just really gets it done on all levels. And then you see the miss from Deaver on one end leads to the run out for Anderson, who lays it in. Big man from Potomac Falls, now in double figures. Oh, Deaver using his strength, pretty up and under, can't finish, but gets his own rebound with a nice play.
Now Deaver back in the game. Life gets a lot harder on the defensive end for Loudoun County.
Oh, and a steal from Johnson Perrott, and he nails the mid-range jumper. Nice play there, sneaky play there from the Oakton Cougar guard.
Johnson Perrott, he's had himself an impressive game all day long. You know, just really hasn't cooled off.
Yeah, him and Cam Savage, those two at the same guard in the same backcourt, that is tough to handle with that speed and athleticism.
Especially when you add in the size of Deavers, just so you can't even just bring everyone out to the perimeter.
Brian Aka steps into a three, leaves it short, but ends up being a great pass to Daniel Deaver, who lays it in. But Anderson's going to run the floor, beat Deaver down the court, and throw it down with two hands. Impressive athleticism from that man, Ian Anderson, just off the easy 1-2 step and just jumped right off vertical for that easy dunk.
Such a versatile player. That's why he's so much fun to watch.
Schaeffler tries a corner three from Marshall, and that is going to be hit the rim and bounce out of bounds, and it hits the wire above the rim. And we will have wholesale substitutions for both teams. We have 4:49 left in this fourth quarter. It looks like we have a timeout actually from Team Fairfax, and we have pretty good sized lead for Team Fairfax here, Andrew, as we're getting near the end of this fourth quarter. We've seen some of these guards try to take over a little bit. Evan Buckley, Cam Savage, Micah Johnson Perrott. When you look at both these teams and in both these aspects with the game kind of getting out of hand here, what do you think is the biggest key for these players trying to do here in this fourth quarter in an all-star atmosphere?
I think it's really have fun, and maybe you've had a couple plays you were running in practice that are not trick plays, but just fancy passing. Just, you know, this is your point where you just want to have all those plays you were trying in practice that you want to show off for the highlight reel. These last little under 5 minutes, now's the time to do it. You know, it's maybe not as much about winning the game at this point since Fairfax has that sizable lead. Just show off what you've been working on all week long, and just have fun with it. You know, if you can get yourself that big highlight reel play, take the advantage. You know, maybe there's a better shot if you pass it out, but you know what? Go for the big play.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think this is the time really where you're going to see a lot of these highlight plays, fourth quarter, game out of hand. People are going to be getting out of the way, maybe letting some of these big dunks go by. So you certainly don't want to leave now, as certainly some of our top highlights could be coming up. As you see Stonebridge's Evan Buckley getting a little hot here as he knocks down his second jumper of the fourth quarter. And Team Loudoun looking to play a little D. Anderson comes up to fit the trap and results in and they will get the ball. It's Team Loudoun gets a stop. A little trap there, half-court trap at the top. Team Fairfax broke it, but ended up in a missed layup going out of bounds. Buckley now with the ball. Gets it to Anderson. Anderson up and under. Good move, but it's going to be a foul on the floor. Be a foul on Deaver on the floor, trying to guard Anderson. It's just been a great matchup all game long. And it'll be Team Loudoun ball underneath. Back out to Anderson. He loves that wing spot as he knocks it down. Deep three from Mr. Anderson as he hits that one actually right in Deaver's face, didn't he? As you see the trap again from Team Loudoun.
Gotta love playing the trap, playing the defense in an all-star game, and Ian Anderson had to love hitting that three right in front of Deaver.
And then Deaver pretty much breaks that itself, takes it all the way in, but can't finish, kicks it out to Marshall. Reed knocks down the three. An exciting player I know you've seen in person.
Yeah, when he gets going, he is hard to stop.
And then you see Evan Buckley. You saw the athleticism and the speed there, the catch, and got right to the rim and got it up before Deaver or Marshall Reed could attempt to block that shot. Deaver finishes after Team Loudoun is getting very aggressive here, going for steals. They missed that one and leads to a Deaver layup. Alley-oop to Schumer Carmen from Alex Fish. Passes a little high, but he's still able to lay it in. Deaver brings it up, guarded by Anderson. The trap is going to come. Here it comes. Fitch goes for it. He misses it. Deaver gets it to Johnson Perrott. Tries to drop it off to Derek Smith, but that pass is a little errant. Smith corrals it. Derek Smith to Chantilly. Gets it over to Daniel Deaver of Marshall. Jab step, 3. No good for the big man. Rebound, Brett Asbury of Riverside. He gets it out to Alex Fish, right in the wing. Tries a 3, in and out. Buckley with the rebound. Sets up a Brett Asbury, 3 of Riverside, and he can't hit it either. Schuler Carmen with the rebound. He'll try a 3 and knock it down.
Have a day, Schuler Carmen, able to get the rebound, just step right back out, hit your 3. That's why he's been a difference maker all game long.
Yeah, arguably probably put it on the best showcase for himself in this game, really showing off his athletic ability and his all-around game. You see him knock down the 3 there. As we get an easy layup for Team Fairfax from Derek Smith, and we'll have some substitutions as Cody Maines comes in for Daniel Deaver. John Finney checks back in, and Chandler Tutton comes in for Schuler Carmen. Evan Buckley with the ball. Comes around an Anderson screen. Back out to Anderson. Pick and pop. 3 ball up and good. A nice play from those two. Buckley and Anderson, 2 of the best players on Team Loudoun.
With that bucket, Team Loudoun goes over 100. Always fun in an all-star game when both teams break 100.
Yep, certainly when we've been seeing some of the scores we see this year, now we're looking at 118, 102. Certainly different than what we're used to. Marshall Reed drives hard. Can't get it to go, but puts it up on the rim for Ryan Schaeffler of Marshall to put it back in. Evan Buckley being guarded by John Finney here. Gets rid of it to Ian Anderson. Another 3, corner. Oh, and he is heating up, folks. That is 3 threes in the 4th quarter. Hits it from the left wing, top of the key, and now right corner. Just such a good player. So versatile at 6'6".
Yeah, you don't see many 6'6" guys that can shoot the 3 like that.
John Finney trapped in the corner. Gets out of it. Gets it to Cody Maines, who just powers through Evan Buckley, and then will get fouled on the way up. A power move from the big man. So he recognized the smaller Evan Buckley on him down low.
Yeah, wouldn't want to be Buckley right there, having to go one-on-one with Cody Maines. I'm good.
Yeah, Buckley, big guard for his position, but still no size, no match for the 6'8" Cody Maines. This is you see the future Air Force Falcon at the line. He'll be playing his college basketball in Colorado Springs next year for Air Force Academy in the Mountain West. Mountain West Championship game is tonight as well. San Diego State will be taking on Utah State in the Mountain West final, where Cody will hopefully be in a couple years for Air Force. He knocks down the 2nd free throw. Team Loudoun now pushes it up for a quick Alex Finch 3, and he is short. Ryan Schaeffler for Marshall with the rebound. Gets it up to John Finney of Madison. Over to Maines, who just throws it down one more time. Another dunk for Cody Maines. He cocked that one back a little bit, didn't he, Andrew?
Yeah, really trying to bring the rim down now.
Yeah, I mean, last 4th quarter might as well, even though we got another game after this, might as well try to bring it down, get ready for that dunk contest coming up after this game.
Now we got another court behind us just in case.
Chandler Tutton from Tuscarora tries a deep 3, but that is off. And we will see, it will be Team Fairfax ball with Ryan Schaeffler inbounding. Get a good look here at Marshall Reed. Oh, nope, that's going to John Finney. Can't quite corral it. Good D from Team Loudoun. Robbie Adams short on the 3. Chandler Tutton with the rebound behind the back to the corner. Alex Fitch 3. A pretty play by Chandler Tutton as he gets the rebound and goes behind the back for his teammate for the 3. We got a foul here on Team Loudoun trying to, oh no, they call it out of bounds on Team Fairfax. So it will be Team Loudoun ball as Robbie Adams inbounds. Chandler Tutton now for Tuscarora with the ball. Nice dish to Robbie Adams. Gets it up to Zach Johnson of Woodgrove, who can't get the 3 to go. Marshall Reed brings the ball up for Team Fairfax. He's looking to attack. Throws up the oop. Oh, just a little off from Cody Maines. Would have been a pretty play from Team Fairfax.
I've been trying for that alley-oop.
Chandler Tutton fakes a couple times and knocks down the 3 plus the foul for Chandler Tutton out of Tuscarora. One of the premier shooters in the Loudoun County area, 1,000-point career scorer, first team all-conference junior and senior year, 17 points a game for this young man. You see, like we said, playing D3 Guilford College next year.
If he's making plays like that, it's going to be tough for those D3 defenders on him.
Long outlet to Cody Maines. Big man's going to go with the left, and he's going to lose it. Gets it back to Zach Johnson. Woodgrove's going to take it the other way for Team Loudoun. Chandler Tutton goes behind the back again to Alex Fitch, who finds Tutton in the corner. Step back 3, short. Zach Johnson, good hustle, gets the rebound. Damian Harrison, Potomac Falls, kicks it back to him. Give and go, and that is off. Damian Harrison keep hustling for Potomac Falls, gets another rebound. Finds Chandler Tutton in the corner, another 3, knock it down. Can't give a shooter like Tutton that many opportunities. He knocks his second one down of the quarter.
Yeah, I can't give him another look right after he just hit one.
And we got 10 seconds left in this game. Marshall Reed goes coast to coast for the layup. Ryan Schaeffler says he's not done. He steals the inbounds pass and misses. Then Damian Harrison's going to have the chance to throw this one down, and he lays it in for Team Loudoun, as that's going to do it for this, our first game in the NoVa 2019 NoVa Challenge, as Team Fairfax will beat Team Loudoun 126-117. A great game, Andrew, from both teams. A lot of exciting plays, a lot of exciting players. What do you think was the biggest key for Fairfax getting out of that lead and then holding it against a very talented Loudoun County team?
I think it was just having Cody Maines and Daniel Devers. I think if they just had one of them, it would have been a much closer game, but having two guys with that size, that's just so tough to guard, especially when you have the guards that you focus in to keep the size. You give Marshall Reed, Johnson Perrott, all these guys room to work. There's really no winning on defense there.
Yep, the supreme depth of Team Fairfax, I thought, was a big difference. And they were actually missing a few guys from this Team Fairfax team. Just to give you guys a little bit more insight, Lake Braddock's Quentin James and Sam Grable were supposed to be on this Team Fairfax roster, but were removed. Grable was a baseball player, so he was focusing on that for the Bruins. And then Bryce Douglas of Centerville High School was a late scratch as well from Team Fairfax. Very dynamic scorer, was Conference Player of the Year as a sophomore in the Concord District for Centerville. Had a rough year this summer, battled injuries, but we still wish Bryce Douglas a phenomenal career at Centerville. The best of luck moving forward, as along with Quentin James and Sam Grable. And that is going to do it for our first half, or first game coverage. That is, Andrew, any final thoughts from this game, Team Fairfax, Team Loudoun, or any thoughts looking forward to the upcoming three-point and dunk contest?
Just love the pace, love the atmosphere. If that keeps up, we're in for a fun day. It was just great to see a lot of these guys have a chance to showcase everything they've worked on all season.
Yep, just a great first game here at the 2019 NoVa Challenge at Fairfax High School. We see Team Fairfax defeat Team Loudoun 126-117. Don't go anywhere, folks, as we will be right back with the NoVa Challenge dunk contest and three-point shootout. And then following that, we will have our last game of the day between Team Prince William and Team Arlington Alexandria. So come back right away, folks, and we'll be right back with the NoVa Challenge 2019 at Fairfax High School.
This content is brought to you by Dental Associates. For more than 39 years, Dr. Stephen Price has been practicing dentistry in Northern Virginia. A member of the American Dental Association, the Northern Virginia Dental Society, and the Virginia Dental Society, Price is considered an expert in Invisalign and continues to be an award-winning innovator in the industry. DMVstream.com, the Mid-Atlantic's leader in sports video, broadcasting, and live streaming. Contact us today to learn more about our services and streaming packages. Visit us on the web at dmvstream.com. That's dmvstream.com. At dmvstream.com, we're working hard in our HD production studio to continue to bring our viewers a continuous flow of new and fresh content. Our studio material includes shows, analysis, recaps, previews, highlights, interviews, and commentary, all about your favorite DMV sports, including high school, colleges, and pro teams. Commercial space and inventory is available for sponsorship and businesses. Learn more about how to join our network of partners at dmvstream.com. That's dmvstream.com. DMVstream.com is the Mid-Atlantic's leader in sports video, broadcasting, and live streaming. Utilizing state-of-the-art production tools, DMVstream.com provides an unparalleled viewing experience from events like amateur, high school, AAU, youth, colleges, and professional sporting events. Using multiple camera angles, live scoring, graphics, and a complete broadcast crew, all working together to showcase the DMV's finest. Contact us today to learn more about our services and streaming packages. Visit us on the web at dmvstream.com. This content is brought to you by Dental Associates. For more than 39 years, Dr. Stephen Price has been practicing dentistry in Northern Virginia. A member of the American Dental Association, the Northern Virginia Dental Society, and the Virginia Dental Society, Price is considered an expert in Invisalign and continues to be an award-winning innovator in the industry. This content is brought to you by Dental Associates. For more than 39 years, Dr. Stephen Price has been practicing dentistry in Northern Virginia. A member of the American Dental Association, the Northern Virginia Dental Society, and the Virginia Dental Society, Price is considered an expert in Invisalign and continues to be an award-winning innovator in the industry.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back into the 2019 NoVa Challenge here at Fairfax High School, presented by DMVstream.com. Nick, you are here alongside Andrew Walker, and we're here for the MVP ceremony from our first game, which featured Team Fairfax and Team Loudoun. Team Fairfax won 126 to 117, and the team MVP for Team Loudoun of this NoVa Challenge All-Star game is right there. Young man Ian Anderson from Potomac Falls, 6'6" senior, will be attending Christopher Newport next season. Well-deserved, right, Andrew?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw him hit a bunch of threes. Even in the fourth quarter, we saw him use some nice moves. He had a spin move to set up an open three for someone else. We saw him a couple two-handed dunks, the alley-oop dunk. Absolutely well-deserved. I mean, he did it all today.
Yep, and 3 times first-team All-Conference, 2-time first-team All-Region, 2-time All-State. Now he adds All-Star Game MVP to his resume. An impressive high school career for Mr. Anderson comes to an end. 6'6" forward. Be playing his college basketball at Christopher Newport next season. And the MVP for the winning team, Team Fairfax, is Daniel Deaver. So the big man sweep the MVPs here, something we definitely thought could possibly happen after watching that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Daniel Deaver, when he was in the game, it was just a completely different element to it for Team Fairfax. He really took over anytime he was in the game. Just such a tough player to guard and well-deserving of the MVP.
Yep, Daniel Deaver, just an amazing game, showing off all his versatility, hitting threes, getting to the rim, a few massive dunks, showing off his athletic ability, and just a really impressive career for Daniel Deaver. District Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year as well in the National District, Region Player of the Year this year. That first 1,000-point scorer in Marshall High School history, 6'8", probably the best player ever to come out of Marshall High School. So just an amazing career for that young man, and like we said, his 2 choices are down to VMI as a walk-on or Fork Union Prep School for a grad year, thanks to our man Mark LeDuc for that tidbit on Marshall's Daniel Deaver. And there you have it, folks. We have picture time to put away the first game of the NoVa Challenge, a great game between Team Fairfax and Team Loudoun. Once again, Team Fairfax wins our first game 126 to 117 over Team Loudoun. Team Loudoun MVP is Ian Anderson of Potomac Falls, 6'6" senior center, going to CNU, and then the other MVP for Mr. Daniel Deaver of Team Fairfax. As you see, Team Fairfax right there, Daniel Deaver of Marshall, the 6'8" center. He gets MVP for Team Fairfax. And just a great game on both ends. And Andrew, as we look back on this first game, what do you think is going to be the biggest thing we remember from this All-Star game?
I think for me, just one, how much fun everyone is having, and the pace and just the up and down, and also all those times Team Fairfax was trying to get that alley-oop dunk. They never quite got it. They had some impressive dunks nonetheless, and the one alley-oop to Ian Anderson for the dunk, just the work, just the big man taking over an all-star game, something that maybe doesn't always happen. It was just, I think that's going to be my biggest takeaway.
Yep, it was certainly fun to see all these big guys, really, being a big guy myself formerly in playing basketball, just to see these big guys take over do all different things and really just dominate this All-Star game. Was really fun to watch as two big guys take home MVPs. Once again, Ian Anderson, MVP from Team Loudoun, Potomac Falls, and Daniel Deaver, Team Fairfax MVP, Marshall High School. So that's going to do it for our first game. Team Fairfax 126, Team Loudoun 117. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be back for the three-point and dunk contest between these great All-Stars in Northern Virginia. And then after that, we will have our last game of the day, Team Prince William taking on Team Arlington and Alexandria. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back, folks, here on DMVstream.com.